Hey credit warriors, welcome to the show. Now, the Chase Sapphire Reserve, the hottest credit card of 2016, that's the year it came out, and still a card loved by many, has just increased its welcome bonus from 50,000 points up to 60,000 points. So I thought it would be a great time to go through all the benefits of the Sapphire Reserve and ask the question, is the Chase Sapphire Reserve still worth it in 2022? And this video is brought to you by Aura, but more on that later. So first, let's talk about the welcome bonus, which is now 60,000 points. Now, this card was launched back in 2016 with a 100,000 point welcome bonus, which was really, really high at the time. No other cards really were doing 100,000 points bonus at that time. I doubt, though, we're going to see a 100,000 point bonus anytime soon because this card has actually lost money for Chase. The launch of the card cost between $200 and $300 million. Although it was so successful that CEO Jamie Dimon did famously say that he wished the launch had cost Chase more money. But now it's the time for the Sapphire Reserve to bring in the bucks for Chase now that they've done all that customer acquisition and a lot of people have the card. For several years, it's kind of laid low. You haven't really heard that much from it, and it's just had a 50,000 point welcome bonus. But now it seems that there are some signs of life in the Chase Sapphire Reserve camp.
It's alive!
And they have increased the welcome offer, finally. Now, 60,000 is a strong offer. You might be able to find 70,000 through certain links, okay, if you kind of dig. You could wait for an 80,000 public offer, but I think you might be waiting a long time, personally. All right, now let's go through how you earn points on the card. Then we'll look at redeeming points for maximum value. And then finally, we'll go through all the credits that this card gives you and the expected value from the points so you can see how much this card is actually costing you per year. So the earning categories have changed a little bit since this card was released, but not actually that much. So first up, we have 5 points per dollar on flights booked through Chase Travel. Now, this is to compete with Amex Platinum, which gives you 5 points per dollar on flights booked directly through airlines and through the Amex Travel portal. Now, obviously with Chase, they made it just through their portal, so technically not as good. But if you can find tickets that are the exact same price on the Chase Travel portal as they are on the airline's website, then technically it's the same. There's really no disadvantage of booking through the travel portal. You can still enter frequent flyer numbers and get all your airline benefits even if you book through the travel portal. It's not like hotels where you often lose out on all that. Then also, if you use points to pay for some of a flight, let's say half, and you pay the rest on your Chase Sapphire Reserve card, that also counts as travel portal. So you get 5 points per dollar on that half that you pay for with the card. Next, we have 10 points per dollar when booking hotels and car rentals through Chase. Now, even though this is a great rate, I have to warn you that with hotels, most of them will not recognize your hotel status if you have it, if you book through a third-party portal, okay? And Chase shows up as Expedia in the hotel's system. So, for example, if you have Marriott Gold and you booked, say, the W Hotel in DC through Chase, and I'm speaking from personal experience here, they will not upgrade you to a nicer room or you won't get any of your other benefits from your gold status. Now, there is a luxury hotel and resort collection though on the Chase Sapphire Reserve, similar to the Fine Hotels Resorts collection with Amex. I've never used it, but you should get some additional benefits which might make up for the fact that you can't use your hotel status through the portal. Then we have 10x on car rental, and I have similar concerns with that. However, it does seem that with National, my favorite car rental company and the one that the Sapphire Reserve gives you executive status with, it doesn't matter if you book through the portal, your executive number is linked to your driving license, all right? So it actually still realizes that you are executive status and you can pick any car, you can get the upgrade from mid-size to full-size, etc. Apparently with Avis and Hertz, you can't do that if you book through a portal. That's just what people on the internet say. Next, the card earns 3 points per dollar on travel in general, so air tickets booked directly through airlines, Ubers, trains, subways, etc. And this was always the biggest selling point for me for the Sapphire Reserve when I lived back in New York City. You buy a subway pass every month, that's like $150 or something now with inflation, and you're getting 3x on that, and then obviously Ubers, taxis, you do a lot of that when you live in a city. Then we have 10 points per dollar on Chase dining, and this is also kind of limited because it's only going to be so many restaurants in certain cities, and if you live out in the countryside like me, you're basically screwed, all right? There's going to be nothing to book through Chase Dining. But hey, perhaps I could use it on vacation, going to Vegas or something, book a nice restaurant through Chase Dining, who knows? Then you have 3 points per dollar on regular dining. Now, this was great at the time when it launched, but now that is beaten by the Amex Gold, 4x on dining. It's matched by the City Premier, and it is beaten by the City Custom Cash. That's 5x on dining if it's your biggest spending category of the month. However, that one is limited to $500 a month, and yeah, $500, I mean, that could be one meal basically at a classy restaurant. So on the dining side, there is now a lot of competition, but hey, it's still a solid rate. And then obviously you're gonna earn 1 point per dollar on everything else. All right, in a second, we are gonna talk about how to redeem Sapphire Reserve points for free travel. But first of all, if you're interested in getting the Sapphire Reserve or any other credit card for that matter, it is really in your interest to protect your credit score and your identity. Because if you have your identity stolen, all right, your social security number, etc., people can set up credit accounts in your name, and that can really tank your credit score, and it can lead to missed payments and all that kind of stuff, and it takes a long time to sort out. And identity theft is the fastest growing crime in America today, with one new victim every 14 seconds. Now, I had my Facebook password stolen and a load of my pages stolen with hundreds of thousands of followers. That was bad, but if someone got hold of my social security number, it would be even worse. They could open credit cards in my name and loans and things like that. And that's why I'm excited to be partnering with Aura, who are sponsoring this video. Aura is a password manager, fraud monitoring, VPN, and antivirus software all combined into one app. Now, you may use one of these services already, but if you don't use all of them, your information could still be at risk. It's kind of like locking your front door with 3 locks, but then leaving a window open, all right? Thieves can still get in. Now, I personally use Aura, and to show you how much information is out there, check this out. Aura actually found 3 instances of my information out on the dark web from information leaks from various sites that I use. If my password or social security number had been leaked, they'll tell you about that too. In addition, Aura will also constantly submit your information for removal from data brokers who sell people's personal data like phone numbers, etc., to telemarketers. You have a VPN to keep your information secure online, and Aura will also tell you about any suspicious activity on your credit cards or bank accounts. So sign up today and protect you and your family from fraud at aura.com/Ben Hedges. And if you sign up now, you can get a 2-week free trial of the service. And if you do sign up, guys, I am curious. Let me know in the comments down below how many instances of your information did Aura find on the dark web. I'd love to know. All right, so how do you redeem points with the Chase Sapphire Reserve? Well, the easiest way is you can redeem points at 1.5 cents per point in value through the travel portal for air tickets and hotels. Now, the only card that I can think of off the top of my head that does this at this great rate is the US Bank Altitude Reserve. That's also 1.5 cents per point through their travel portal. But on that card, you can only use the portal. You don't have any other choices for high value redemptions. However, on the Sapphire Reserve, you do. So you can use the pay yourself back feature to pay yourself back for purchases on the card within the past 90 days at 1.5 cents per point. The categories you can do this in are currently dining, Airbnb, select charities, and the annual membership fee. And this is great because if you just redeem the points as cashback, you'd only get 1 cent per point. Now, these categories run until June 30th, when they will change to something else, or maybe they'll be extended. Who knows? And then there's another big way that you can use points, and that is with transfer partners. Chase has 14 transfer partners, 11 airlines and 3 hotels. Now, it may not be as much in quantity as other card issuers, but there are some really good quality ones in there. For airlines, I like to use British Airways to book BA Club Suite Business Class to the UK, or American Airlines for domestic flights here in the US. Then there's United, which is very useful here in the US. They also have JetBlue, which a lot of people like. And then there's Singapore Airlines, which is a partner you can get a lot of value out of with their Singapore suites. For hotels, Hyatt is a partner of Chase where you can get really great value per point. I've booked many Hyatt properties and got 2 cents per point or more in value. So there are some really great transfer partners that you can use. Right, next, let's move on to other benefits, namely the credits that you can use to offset the card's $550 annual fee. Now, this annual fee used to be $450. It was then raised to $550 in January 2020. But then because of the coronavirus pandemic, they backtracked until I think it was the end of 2020, maybe it was the end of 2021. I don't remember, but anyway, it is now $550 again. Now, first of all, we have a $300 travel credit, which refunds you for any travel. It doesn't have to be booked through the Chase portal, so even travel, subways and stuff would count. The only travel credit I can think of that is easier to use would be the Altitude Reserve from US Bank, because their travel credit is valid for travel, but it's also valid for dining. So it's kind of like an everything credit. So that travel credit takes the annual fee from $550 down to $250, okay, $550 minus $300. And then we have a $10 per month or $120 per year GoPuff credit. GoPuff is a service that delivers grocery items as well as alcohol. And then we have a $5 per month or $60 per year DoorDash credit. So if we add these two in as well, that then takes us down to $70. But there is more. Let's look at first year value, because in the first year, or actually any year, but it's only once every 4 years, so most people use it in the first year, you get a $100 credit for Global Entry / TSA PreCheck or Nexus. Nexus is a card that lets you enter between Canada and the US. And so, yeah, most people use that in the first year, so we'll subtract that too. And you also get a welcome bonus, which is currently 60,000 points, which would be $900 in value through the portal. We'll use the portal figure because if you use it through airlines, we really don't know what value you're getting out of it. Okay, your mileage may vary, it's up to each person. So if we subtract both of those, you actually have a first year value positive $930. You're basically getting paid $930 to get this card. And then each year after that, you would have an annual fee of basically $70 effectively. But just remember that the GoPuff credit and the DoorDash credit, they are temporary, they might last. I think it's till the end of 2024, but they'll probably replace them with something anyway. So I think you can probably count on there being some kind of credit, all right? Because the trend with credit cards seems to be going towards, having some kind of ridiculous number of credits to offset the annual fee that you might not use, but if you do, it's a really good deal. So we've shown you that the first year is basically free, or actually $930 in profit, and then you actually pay $70 a year after that. What do you get for that though in terms of benefits? Well, the really big benefit, apart from the point earning, is that you get unlimited priority pass lounge access through the Sapphire Reserve. And in addition to that, you get some car rental statuses. The main one that I use, I think it's just one, I don't know, I'll put it on screen anyway, but the one I really like is the National Car Rental, which is a Visa Infinite benefit. You can get basically executive status with National Car Rental, means you can pick any car in the executive area. I've had really nice ones. I've had a Jeep Grand Cherokee, I've had an Audi, I've had a Chrysler, a lot of really nice cars. So the Chase Sapphire Reserve is definitely competitive. However, it is not as competitive as it once was. I would say on price, it is beaten by the new Capital One Venture X, which gives you a lot of the same benefits and more, okay? Lounge access, you get unlimited priority pass, and they just added Plaza Premium Lounge to it. And the annual fee on the Capital One Venture X it's actually effectively zero, okay? It's a $395, but then it's got a $300 travel credit through Capital One. Okay, admittedly not quite as easy to use as the Chase travel credit. And then also in the first year, you get Global Entry, etc., $100 credit, so you're up $5. And then after that, every year you get a 10,000 mile anniversary bonus, which is worth at least $100 depending how you use it. So technically you're up $5 after that every year as well. So it's going to be free every year and you're getting Priority Pass and Plaza Premium Lounge. Caveat of that card though is that the point earning categories aren't as good and you can't redeem points for 1.5 cents per point through a portal. You can, however, transfer to airlines. Then the Amex Platinum will beat the Sapphire Reserve on the extensive lounge access it provides. I'm not going to reel off every single lounge, but there's loads of them. I've got other videos on it. You can check out Best Lounge Access video as well if you want to see that. It's the last card in that video. And also the hotel statuses it provides. It gives you Hilton Gold and Marriott Gold. But the Sapphire Reserve beats both of those cards on its point earning rates and the fact that it's easily combined with the no annual fee Chase Freedom Flex card for 5% on certain categories each quarter. Then you also have the 1.5 cents in value per point through the portal, which neither of those two cards have. So it is a great card for redeeming points, a good card for earning points, and on benefits, it still holds its own, but it's not amazing. The only two major benefits that I use are the National Car Rental and the Priority Pass lounge access. Now you may wonder whether I still have the card or not. Obviously I do have the physical card right here, but I actually downgraded this to a Chase Freedom. Now don't think that means that it is bad. I did consider keeping it. I even went as far as got a retention offer for $150, thought about it, and then decided to cancel in the end. And that was really just because I'd already opened up the Amex Platinum. Now I really wanted the Amex Platinum because I wanted Marriott Gold status, I wanted Centurion lounges, etc. And I just couldn't justify having two cards with annual fees that high, $550 and $695 open at the same time. In general, I say just one tier 4, that's what I call these high-level credit cards, tier 4 high-level credit card per person is enough, because otherwise you're just doubling up, right? You end up doubling up on lounge access, car rental statuses, etc. So there's actually kind of no point in having more than one. But if you do like the benefits of the reserve, okay, maybe certain transfer partners that you like, the 1.5 cents per point through the portal is really great. It's still a great card to have. Now, I'll put a link to the Chase Sapphire Reserve below if you want to learn more about it, and also my usual credit card guide on my website, where you can find mini reviews of many of the cards mentioned in this video. And also a big thank you to Aura for sponsoring this video. If you are someone into the credit card game, it's definitely in your interest to protect your credit score and your identity, so do check out their service in the links below. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Please subscribe if you're new. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.